Cole, welcome back.
It's good to be here.
Thank you. We were supposed to have band practice tonight, but we had a show, so we didn't have band practice.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's why we're here recording. I just had Ashley on.
That's right.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was really good.
Good.
It was released today. Thanks for listening.
Yes. Oh, wait, I was supposed to listen?
I don't know. Show him your new hand tattoo, because Ashley showed
I
him.
gotta do that? Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay. It's probably dry.
You should have
Hand
lubed it
tat
up.
for days. It is an otter bomber.
An otter, but I'll zoom in on
Correct.
it too.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it that well.
Have you and Ashley seen each other's new hand tattoos?
I actually saw hers before I got mine, which is funny enough because I actually pointed it out. I was like, new ink. And she's like, you saw that? I was like, yeah, I saw that. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know you're tatted up, but like, I can recognize when there's new ink. So.
Well, I mean, she didn't have her hand. I feel like hands is a big one.
Well, I guess it's kind of like on hers, it's kind of like off to the side, right? Like right here.
Yeah.
So like, but she did have long sleeves on, but I saw it poking through the long sleeves. I was like, that's new.
Let me see your otter bomber. He's smoking a cigar.
Hell yeah, he is.
He's got a World War II helmet on.
Yeah.
I like it. He looks so angry. With a little grenade on there.
Yeah.
I like that you put him in era World War II.
I didn't do any of that.
Who did it?
Jake Parsons.
Jake Parsons.
So I
Nice
basically
work.
gave him free reign of everything. I gave him a list of the things I wanted, and I was like, free reign. You put them where you want them. You do what you want to do with them. I know you're going to do a good job. So,
Heck yeah, dude.
yep, pretty much going in every month this year. Just keep adding. So
So you got Gloctopus.
correct. Gloctopus. You got the otter bomber. This is just my gangster penguin.
Uh-huh.
It's my first one.
Yeah, of
And
course.
then we've got the gnarly narwhal, which is fantastic. It's upside down, but yeah.
Is the horn of the narwhal an automatic
I
barrel?
think it's a Barrett 50 cal.
Nice.
And then it's got the little scope on top too. But yeah,
That's pretty sick.
I love 'em.
Suggestions for Cole's other arm theme, leave them in the comments
Yeah.
because you were talking about how you needed that.
Yeah. See, and we were kind of talking about maybe doing like a Japanese traditional maybe or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool, but
yeah.
we don't know yet.
I mean, Jordan's got two full sleeves of Japanese traditional.
Yeah,
so.
I know, right? It's
Looks
dope.
pretty sick.
It's always dope.
Looks pretty sick. Are you going to stick with him for that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice.
He does good work. He really does. And I've seen a lot of his Japanese trad that he's done. So that's good.
Nice. I'll have to watch him more. He doesn't pop up on my feed a lot. I should
I don't know how
interact with him
often
more.
he posts.
Oh, he's just that good. He's like, I don't even need to.
Yeah, right.
You guys can find me, Jake Parsons. Where's he at?
Folklore Tattoo, which is essentially like a sister of Black Squirrel, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
I just have to know, like, fist? No, closer than fist.
Half a fist. Half a fist. All right. Well, welcome back to Sharon Stone's favorite podcast. This is Semi-Solicited. Today, my guest is Cole.
Hello.
So you were my first official recording, and then Rebecca came in right after you.
Special. Yeah, that's right. We did in the morning. So I was like, let's do a coffee sip.
Yeah, that was delightful. What are you drinking on right now?
Water.
Same.
I've been feeling super dehydrated. So, like, even today, I've been chugging water and I'm still dehydrated. So, it's just kind of a lack of catching up now. So,
Get some electrolytes in your body is what the plants
I
crave.
know.
Anyway, so we didn't have band practice tonight, so I talked Cole into coming over here, and we're going to talk gossip and Reddit stories.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we talked about so
I
far.
like to gossip.
You love a good gossip sesh, and that's just who he is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get started.
Let's do it.
That's the theme song. Have you ever watched an episode?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Did you watch your episode?
No, I did not.
I
don't like myself.
Oh my gosh, that breaks my heart. I feel like everyone likes Cole.
I don't like my voice, my own voice, hearing my own voice. I know everybody doesn't like that, but me specifically, I'm like, oh God, it's like pin needles in my ear holes.
Get used to it.
I still can't. It's bad.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no.
You have a very unoffensive voice.
I hate it. I hate it.
What do you wish it was?
I don't know. I feel like my voice is very high. And so like when I like just speaking now, I can hear myself. I feel like I have a higher voice. But like when I actually hear it pre-recorded and sent back to me, I'm like, oh,
really?
Look at this tenor. Like, yeah.
This tenor over here. Story number 1. This is coming from AITA. Am I the jerk for throwing away my wife's memory jars? I have been married to my wife, 33 female, for 8 years. She collects empty glass jars, pasta sauce, pickles, jam. She says they are full of memories, but she never puts anything inside of them. They just sit there on our kitchen counters, windowsills, and shelves. We have about 40 empty jars collecting dust. Last week, our 5-year-old son tried to grab one of them to keep insects in that he caught, and it fell and broke. Glass went everywhere. Nothing serious, but it scared me. I told my wife that we need to throw most of the jars away, but she disagreed. She said that they could be useful for storage or something, and each jar has a memory. She doesn't even know which one to let go of and which ones to keep. About memories like pasta sauce from our first dinner in the house, or the pickle jar from when she was pregnant and craved pickles. I just couldn't come to an understanding on this, so yesterday, while she was at work, I threw out all of the jars. I kept 2 that actually had a clear memory she told me out loud. The rest are gone. She came home and noticed that right away. She sat on the floor and actually cried. Then she went to her mom's house. She couldn't even tell her mom what was wrong, and she called me to ask. And I told her about everything. Her mom didn't take any sides, and I think we could find a way to come to a solution in the middle. So am I the jerk for throwing away her memory jars? Do I need to apologize and let her keep more in the future? Or does this need therapy?
2 things. One, when you were talking about the jars and they're empty, my immediate thought was like, those are her fart jars. Those are.
Why would you go fart jar?
I don't know. I was trying so hard not to laugh. I was like, those are fart jars. 100%.
I don't know why you would go there. Because you're a boy. That's why you go there.
I was like, it's fart jars. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
No, the second thing, that's hoarder mentality, I think.
Oh.
I think it's some sort, and I get, again, that some hoarders, if you've ever watched the show Hoarders, they have a memory attached to everything, and that's how they justify keeping things. So I feel like that's some sort of hoarder mentality, whether or not it's, I craved pickles when I was pregnant. Oh, boo-hoo. Guess what? It's a jar. Like, sorry.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty clear cut.
Guess what? Those same pickles are on sale right now. I'll go grab you another jar.
I guess, that's the thing. Okay, if she kept 1 or 2 and they had clear memories, like he said,
yep.
And maybe she even put flowers or stuff in there, or other collectible things that she can hoard inside of the jars.
Yeah.
But why is it so specific to glass jars?
Mm-hmm. Like a button jar. I don't know if you had those.
Oh yeah, a little button jar. Yeah.
I had one when I was growing up. Yeah.
Man, I don't have any clothes with buttons.
I don't.
I
guess I do. I have a couple, button-up shirts and.
Yeah.
But yeah, you remember that, grandma's house?
Of course.
Maybe even your house, have button jars.
Yeah, button jars. I think we had several button jars because who
many?
If you need a button. I do remember clearly one time when I was young, and this could trigger a hoarder mentality. I remember that my Sunday shirt or something, my Sunday sweatshirt, had a button missing, and my grandma's like, I know I have a button that looks like the rest of them, and she dug through her button jar,
oh my gosh,
and there was one that was close enough.
Isn't that crazy too?
And that's she's like, yeah, that's why we do that.
Well, also I think back in the day too, every piece of clothing that women had all had buttons on them too.
Yeah.
It's anything from bonnets to blouses to everything had buttons on it, and I think they all came with an extra button. So it's yeah,
you always have your extra button.
Yep.
Even clothes today still come with an extra button, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just got Jordan a new button-down shirt because I made him go to my cousin's wedding.
Yeah, they come in the tag down at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, I think we just keep it on there. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't have a button jar.
Yeah.
All right, so top comment. Yeah, you're the jerk. You couldn't come to an agreement, so you just went ahead and got your way anyway. Couldn't you have just stored them away somewhere? But I see both sides.
Yeah, could definitely store them. But again, that seems like hoarder mentality. So what else does she have?
I feel like she should have. I feel like therapy should have happened before throwing. You know what I mean?
We're going straight to therapy on that?
Well, I mean, how else are you supposed to get over hoarding?
So I guess we don't know.
Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah, I guess we don't know if she's hoarding, but again, that to me that seems like a hoarder mentality. So I feel like there's more to the story than just the jars. Is there something else? Is there something else she's also hoarding? And it's okay, I can take hoarding the shoes. I can take hoarding, the little toy cars that you keep, Hot Wheels or whatever.
Yeah.
But these are jars. You know what I mean? So maybe we don't know a whole story.
Right.
So.
Right. And I think that's That's the hard part is like, I do think there is something there, but if it is a hoarder mentality, I do think that she needs to go talk to someone and figure it out.
No, for sure.
And I'm not, Cole's the bootstraps type guy. So maybe, this was the immersion therapy she needed.
Yeah. Sometimes hard truth is the best truth. I mean,
that's true. That's true. Love is hard truths. And if you love her, you got to have some hard truths with her, I guess.
I'm so sorry. I have like phlegm in my throat.
Ew, take care of that.
I know.
Next comment down. Whether or not this is unhealthy or compulsion thing, it is for her to discuss with her doctor. You decided unilaterally that her hobby wasn't valid and that you were done with it. You horribly betrayed her trust by throwing away items that she cherishes. If it was unsafe to store on the counter, you should have worked together to find a solution, a compromise, something that let her keep the jars, but also increase safety in the house. That's what partners do. Are you going to throw away every drinking glass the first time that a kid drops one of those too? Maybe you're the one with the issues. You're the jerk.
Okay, I will agree with that, but also, why are we calling it a hobby now? That was a crazy statement. Like, if somebody came up to you and you asked them, what's your hobby? And they go, I collect glass jars. You're going to be like, you're boring.
Are you kidding me? I would sit there and be like, what's the difference? Like, tell me all about it. Are you kidding?
This one's a bell.
Yeah, wow. What's that from? What kind of Pescetti is that from?
No way, dude.
I love when people are weird. It's like I mean, I do too,
but there's no way somebody's going to say that's a hobby.
I remember one time I was at the bar. I hated going to bars when I was younger, but I pretended because that's what all my friends did. Anyway, so sitting in a bar.
Don't lie to yourself.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Did you say don't flatter yourself?
Don't lie to yourself.
Oh, don't lie to yourself.
Don't flatter yourself.
Don't flatter yourself. You didn't have friends. But like, I was just like sitting there and I was like waiting for a drink. And the guy next to me was just kind of sitting there too. And I was like, what do you like to do for fun? And he's like, I have pet turtles. And I was like, really? Go on. And then his girlfriend came up and I was like, hey, my name's Eliss. I'm not trying to get with your boyfriend.
He said he has turtles.
He says he has turtles. And I wanted to know all about that. And then she like kind of dropped her guard. She's like, oh yeah, he has turtles. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to go back to my friends now. You guys have a good night.
He's got an African tortoise. He's got a red-bellied. He's got a...
I was hoping he'd start naming them.
Yeah,
but
right.
Good times. Tados. All right, last comment. By, quote, I just couldn't come to an understanding on this. It sounds like you mean she just wouldn't obey you. It was her property. You get a say in what exists in your shared space, but you don't get to destroy someone else's property against their wishes. You could have suggested a compromise like keeping X number of jars on display and packing the rest in storage, maybe even rotating them out, or using them as candle holders around the house. Instead, she didn't cooperate, so you went straight to destroying her stuff. You're the jerk and a bully.
I mean, again, all these are valid points, 100%. I can also see like being the annoyed husband of like, what the f- are we doing?
That's fair.
Like, what are we doing?
What is happening?
We're collecting
right now?
jars now?
Yeah. Is that how you handle it in your house? If Sarah just started, like something starts accumulating and you're like, Sarah, what are we doing? Is this what we're doing now?
No, I she probably hears that more often than not. I'm just like, what are we doing? Like,
I think I do that to Jordan. What are we doing with this? What is this? Is this what we're doing now?
Oh, 100%. I'm sure she hears that way more than she needs to.
That's hilarious.
But I still love her. I mean, I wouldn't trade her for anything. But yeah,
of course. But like when you get in relationships with other human beings, like especially ones that get real comfy with you, that weird comes out. Like the guard is completely dropped and it's like, oh my god.
And I'm sure Sarah could say the same thing about me on
Absolutely.
things. So I'm not gonna,
Absolutely. Sometimes you look at him like, I can't believe I was nervous to be around you.
Yep.
Like this is wild. Well, and like I started collecting all my supplement jars and stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna put wax in the bottom. And
you're gonna make candles?
We're gonna make candles for the wedding, and there's gonna be like all over the place.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Those would be cool bottles too. Are you gonna take like the labels off, right? Or are you gonna leave them on?
Oh,
okay.
No, God.
Well, yeah. That's what like you're gonna have like L-glycine like as a candle. Like you smell it smells like L-glycine.
Yeah, no. My mom's like, you have enough decorations. I'm like, no, I don't. You don't see the vision, Mom.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
We're not done. We're not even close. All right, moving on. Okay, I saved one. I was on the Stairmaster and I'm like, ooh, yeah, okay. Where did I save this?
How do you read on the Stairmaster?
Like
That's
this?
crazy.
Like this. See how my feet are moving?
I mean, I guess, but like,
Just like this.
you know what I'm doing on the Stairmaster?
But this distracts me from knowing them.
I'm all for it.
I haven't even read it yet, and I can tell
What do you mean you
it's
haven't?
wild.
You just half read it while you're on the Stairmaster and like save.
I read the title, and I'm like, this is the one. Am I the jerk? My maid of honor is my sister's former bully. This is a throwaway account, and this is kind of confusing. When my sister May was in middle school, she was bullied by this girl I will call Sarah. Sarah was a huge dick.
Elongated.
It was spreading rumors and making fun of her. She left the school when she was in 7th grade, so when she was 12 years old. Unfortunately, May continued to get bullied throughout high school. In high school, May got an apology text from Sarah. My sister blocked her and moved on. I remember this. My relationship with May isn't the best. I was blamed for a lot of her being bullied since I'm the older sibling, and I should be protecting her. I tried a lot growing up to help her, but it resulted in me getting yelled at by May or my parents if something happened and I wasn't there. It was bad enough that my parents wanted her to go to my college so that I could look after her. Basically, I was a scapegoat for anything bad that happened to her. Luckily, she didn't get in. In college, this is when I met Sarah. She was in the same dorm building as me and we hit it off. I didn't know who she was in the beginning, but we connected the dots like 2 years into knowing each other. I have a very common last name. I told my sister about her and she told me that she doesn't want to be around her. Fair. Sarah has been my support for years. She has helped me when I was at my worst, and overall I see her as family. My relationship with my own family is strained because it seems like they never have time for my issues. It was always May's issues. Sarah is my maid of honor, and I'm planning my wedding, and this is a problem. May learned from a post about Sarah being my maid of honor, and she was pissed. She called it a betrayal that her 6th grade bully is being in my wedding, and she isn't even a bridesmaid. We got into an argument. I told her that I'm not kicking her out of my wedding, and she can either come or not. My parents are on my ass about it also. It has been 17 years since she was bullied by this person. Sarah sent another apology in college, but May didn't want to meet with her, which is her right. For everyone assuming I was bullied also growing up, but I went to therapy and I moved on. And that person is in my sister's friend group. I don't care that she's friends with him because it happened years ago.
I mean, crazy that her sister's not in her wedding, but I understand. I just always feel like usually, you have the siblings in the wedding party, and maybe that's not the case for some people, but like usually I feel like, some, at least the siblings are, but yeah. As far as being bullied, sucks, happens. I was a bully.
That surprises me.
I feel bad. I really do. I was pretty much a bully in high school, and I do feel bad about it. 100%.
What was your deal? Why were you
I don't know. I probably had a complex that now that you get older, you're just like, oh my gosh, like why was I like that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Stupid.
Well, at least you can recognize. I feel like recognizing it's the first step to like moving on from it.
Yeah.
100%.
I can see her frustrations too, but also at the same time, I feel like, some people can't let things go, and so maybe therapy is probably the best option.
For sure.
I mean, she's going to be there regardless, so it's like, yeah, like there's no stopping it. I mean, it's her wedding, so.
Yeah, that's true. I guess like, I don't know. I do feel like there's a point where you do have to move on. I was bullied. There was this one particular one where she was just mean. She was just mean to me. And well, there was a few. There were a bunch of mean. There were a few mean girls growing up. But I saw her this last summer, and like whenever I'm home, she goes to the same church as me. So like I'll see her, and we don't really talk, but like I saw her in a bathroom during Old Settlers, and it was like we were the only 2 people in there. And we talked, and it's just like a thing where it's like, you just got to let it go, man.
Yeah.
You just have to let it go. Like this was literally 30 years ago.
Yeah.
25 years
100%.
ago, whatever. And you do have to move on. And I really don't care anymore.
Yeah. Unless you're actively still doing it, then that's crazy. You know?
Then that's bonkers.
Yeah.
100%. But like, I feel like, I don't know. And I do feel bad for OP because I feel like she got a lot of the brunt of everything.
Yes.
Because of her sister.
Of course. Yep. Especially since like her parents are like, she needs to go to college with you so you can watch her. Like, she's an adult. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah. So I feel like the parents almost infantilized her, I guess. Like they didn't do any favors for her. They basically
big words.
They they treat her like a baby.
Oh, okay.
And she's never going to grow up if you just keep handling her with kid gloves. I guess like the way my parents handled it is like, if you don't care, people won't bully you. You just have to not care. Yep. And I guess that's
and I think a way of handling it too. There's got to be some way of handling it rather than just not handling it. So whether that's forgive and forget or handling it.
Yeah. With fisticuffs.
No. I mean, it does suck because, again, like when you're trying to plan a wedding and then you want your sister to be there regardless of whether or not, she was bullied, it makes it more difficult. So I can feel for that 100%.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought when I first read the title on this one, I thought I was going to side with the sister, the not the one writing it. Yeah. But like, I feel like if everything is being told truthfully, I feel like the sister, the one writing in, I feel like she's just frustrated, and I feel like she's sick of living her life for her sister.
Yeah, I just kind of thought about this too, and maybe there is a side of the sister that was bullied by this girl who maybe she got bullied to a point of like, no, that's wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe the bullying went too far. Maybe she was like talking to this guy and then she came in and like, either took that away from her or maybe said something to maybe shoo him away or just something where it's like, okay, now you mess with somebody's life completely. You know what I mean? Yeah. To where it's kind of unforgivable, if that makes sense.
Well, she did say that she was spreading rumors about her and stuff.
So like, do we know those rumors? No. But like, could they have been life altering? Maybe.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So.
Oh man, this is crazy. Yeah, I would love to hear the other
yes, the sister side. 100%.
Let's see here. Boop, boop, boop.
Like she give you a wedgie and everyone saw like I'm gonna.
Right, that's exactly it. Top comment: the bully sent an apology text. So brave. What?
That's probably the bully.
Right. So brave.
Oh my gosh.
What an asshole. Your sister learned the bully was the maid of honor from a social media post, not you directly. So brave. You're an asshole. There's still time to fix this. The question is, are you a chicken shit asshole?
We throwing the words out today.
This person was obviously bullied. Oh my gosh. No but you say, quote, I told her I am not kicking her out of my wedding. She can either come or not. So I guess that answers the question. Next comment down. This seems completely wild to me. You didn't recognize the person who terrorized your little sibling, and once you did, you didn't care. My brother and I are in our 40s. When I see his childhood frenemy around town, I will curse him in my head. With a sibling like you, who needs bullies? I didn't realize that my take was that of an asshole.
I mean, I don't know. And this might be... Let's see, I don't know. And maybe it's small town living.
Okay.
Maybe it's because we grew up in a small town and like growing up in a smaller town, like you get bullied one day and then you say hi the next. Yeah. And maybe that's just kind of how it is. Yeah. And like maybe that's in a city, or maybe that's just not how the community was there. I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's always tidbits of something that we're not understanding or getting anyways. Mm-hmm. So like I feel like I don't know, maybe these people are all just, maybe they're right, maybe we're wrong. Honestly, I don't know, but
yeah, I don't know. I feel like the healthy thing would be to be able to move on, but even at moving on, I do understand how still having the bully in your life forcibly might be an issue. And it sounds like Sarah like texted to meet up with her and apologize, and May was like, no, I'm not doing that. I would probably,
which was her own choice.
I feel like I would probably like, no, I'm good. I don't
100%. Yeah. But I also have a feeling too that like if I were to do that and they would be like, I'm good, I'd be like, maybe they just or over it. You know what I mean? Like maybe they
Yeah.
just don't need an apology.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, or you could apologize like Billy Madison, and the one
Sorry,
guy,
Daddy.
the one guy's gonna be putting lipstick on
That
and
one?
crossing your name off.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Man. So I don't know. What a pickle.
Yeah.
Best of luck. This is
Yeah.
9 hours old, so we don't have an update.
Oh, wow.
But I will follow it. Boop, boop, follow post. And I'll get a notification and let you know.
Nice.
Next one.
Give me a spicy one.
Oh, okay.
I know you've got some saved.
The pressure I feel now. Okay, how about this? How about this?
I'm ready. Whatever you got.
Am I the jerk for telling my husband that I am going back on our agreement and I don't care if he cries about it?
All right, we got a crying husband in the chat. All right.
Enter the chat. My husband and I, both 32, have been together since we were 19. Our entire relationship feels like it just blew up in my face, basically, and I can't tell if I'm overreacting. So we both wanted one child, and we have planned this for years. We wanted everything perfect first. The house, the careers, the savings, the investments, the nest egg, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because we both knew from very early on that once we had a baby, I would be staying home full time and raising our child. His brother's life was unfortunately cut short by a daycare worker when he was just 5 months old back in 2017. So daycare wasn't an option, basically, and we needed to make sure that our own ducks were in a row so I could stay home and be a full-time parent. 2 years ago, we were sitting on $500,000 investments, a few nest eggs, and different types of savings and bonds accounts. We bought the house. We even bought a damn boat. Everything we planned for fell into place, finally, and we started trying for a baby. Now, we have the perfect 4-week-old daughter. I have been out of work since I was 5 months pregnant due to placenta abruption.
Oof.
Placenta abruption. I think I said that right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But otherwise, everything went fine. She's perfectly healthy and a good weight, and I bounced back from the delivery fairly quickly because of how much of a support system my husband was. He did more than his fair share while working full time, which is particularly why I cannot tell if I'm being dramatic or if it's my hormones or PPD or whatever. Like, I am legitimately livid. So basically, earlier this afternoon, I got a call from DHHS, Department of Health and Human Services, to go over health insurance options and whether or not our baby is eligible for state insurance based of our income. Anyway, she calls and says that we are not eligible because my husband makes too much money and that we would need to add her to our private insurance. Absolutely no problem at all. I kind of figured that anyways. But then she offhandedly mentions that my husband is making $10,920 monthly gross and that the cutoff for state insurance is $7,830 monthly gross. Well, here's the issue. For a few months, my husband has been telling me that he only makes $6,000 a month after taxes. So I get off the phone and I log into my husband's computer and into his banking, and sure enough, his monthly take home is bordering around $8,500. He's transferring everything over $6,000 into an account that I didn't even know existed. So I call him out on it and he breaks down and tells me, quote, "I just wanted something that was only mine. Please keep in mind that all of my money has always gone in our joint bank account that he uses on a daily basis. So he is hiding money from me so that he can have his own money while plugging away at mine. Over $45,000 he was sitting on in that account, while telling me last week that we couldn't have steak for dinner because spending more than $38 on 2 steaks was, quote, a waste of money. So I told him that I'm putting the baby in daycare and I'm going back to work because obviously I need to safeguard myself if he is hiding away money. Something feels off about it. I don't know. He instantly started crying. See above daycare trauma. But I truly don't trust him financially anymore. I no longer feel secure here. I said I changed my mind and that I don't care if he cries about it. Am I the jerk?
No. No. You're not the jerk, but I will say it is really sketchy that he's taking the money. Now, that being said, you guys both have a joint account.
Mm-hmm.
He's making good chunks of money.
Great chunks of money.
What kind of money was she making?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
That's what I would like to know.
Okay.
And it's probably something we won't know.
Right.
But that's something that I would like to know, because if she's complaining about how, like, oh, we've had a joint account, he takes from my money. oh, were you making the same amount? Because if you're all about equality right now, okay, let's check the equality here.
Okay.
If he's making gross 10 grand a month, I would hope you're putting in the same.
Okay.
If you're complaining about how he's taking all of your money, right? Or more.
Right.
So let's say for some reason you were making less.
Okay.
I could see that argument as well, saying like he's taking all of my money. Because I get that would be a detriment. Like, I don't make as much as you. We're in a joint account and we're using all of my money. Like, why couldn't you just tell us that you're having another account open to save money? Like, that should be bam dumb. You know what I mean? Like, that should be simple.
Right.
Just simple conversation. But that's a tough one, especially since you've been hiding it for so long.
In order for women to feel safe and be able to be a stay-at-home mom, or give up anything outside of the household to feel completely secure, like, you have to do your part in it. And I feel like this guy is not doing his part. He lied to her.
No, 100%. Yeah, 100% he lied to her. Especially since you built your life since 19. Like,
19.
That's you've been married this long. You had this whole plan of like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the house. We're going to get the boat. We're going to get the nest egg, whatever that is. Oh, isn't that just like where the baby's set up?
No, the nest egg is like the money that you just have.
Oh, okay.
Like the comfy money.
So you get the nest egg, you get the house, you get the boat that you both wanted or whatever. He really wanted.
Right.
And then yes, we're having the baby now. We're ready. And then all of a sudden this comes into play. It's like whoa. Everything has been planned until now. This is a blockage right now because now we're supposed to get insurance and we can't. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So that's a huge damper in what they had planned, and especially since how it sounds, either she did all the planning or they both did all the planning.
Yeah.
So that's a detriment to both of them, regardless.
Yeah, like there's a lot of distrust now. Now, I mean, the other problem. Now that let's address the way she handled it. I understand she was angry. And I honestly, if I was in her shoes, I would be angry too, 100%. But to tell your husband, I don't care if you cry about it when he's obviously emotional. I feel like before you say things like that, you need to separate. Yeah.
Tensions are high. Some words come out that you don't mean, and that could be something that can hurt you in the long run.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like, she has every right to be upset, but she should not have, I don't know. I feel like she just shouldn't have said that. I think that went without saying.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
Take a step back, take a breath, think about what you're going to say before you say it.
Yeah.
Especially since she was already crying.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like,
but he's probably also crying because he got caught.
Why do you think he was crying?
Well, and I think it's a mixture of both. I think it was a mixture of, maybe it did bring back, his brother dying. And I think it was also because he got caught. And he's like, oh, like, there's all this money I was stockpiling. And maybe it was for something. Maybe it was for something fantastic. We don't know. I mean, unless there's an update.
I guess I don't believe there's an update. Okay. There's no update.
So,
but here's my whole thing is like, I don't know. Like, if he would have just said, your spending scares me.
Yeah.
This is just a backup account that I just didn't want you to know about until we absolutely needed it.
But he said to her, I just wanted something for myself.
Yeah.
Which is harsh.
That
is harsh.
Rough.
Yeah.
Like, she put in equal effort.
Yep.
She was going by the plan. She was like, I'm done with my career.
Yep.
I can trust everything. We've done the work.
Yep.
It's smooth sailing from here.
Yep.
Let's have a baby. And then he pulls the rug out like that, like trust gone.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with because in a situation like that, like, I mean, again, that can lead to divorce. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Yeah.
Okay, so top comment. Not the jerk. He doesn't get to have a secret financial security set up in case you split up while preventing you from doing the same. He can either dump that $45K into a shared account or give you access to it to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And he gets to realize that he is the reason that the baby is in daycare.
Yep.
So the reply to that, there's a couple of replies. Someone said, yeah, but who knows what else he's hiding. Once trust is gone, it's hard to move forward. Next comment is too late for that, isn't it? OP will get more dependent the longer that she stays out of a job market and the trust is completely blown. Yeah. That's wild. 45K. I'd love 45K in my main account. That'd be really nice. I love 45K in my savings. I'd love anything. Yeah. Next comment down. Not the jerk. It appears to me that he has already gone back on your agreement by deceiving you about his finances. If he wanted something that was just his, you could have agreed to do separate personal accounts as well as a joint account that funds your regular expenses. Why didn't it occur to him that you might want something that's just yours as well? I wouldn't trust him either. With that kind of money, if he doesn't want your child in daycare, perhaps he should pay out of those funds that he's been hiding or whatever the extra money is for a nanny.
Yeah.
Then added, in view of the nanny problems people are discussing, he can spring for nanny cams while he's at it. Yeah. If they're making that kind of money, they can get private help.
No, for sure. And again, like the sad thing is we'll never know what he was saving that money for. And it sucks that the only thing we know is he's like, I just wanted something for me, which makes him look absolutely terrible. But maybe it was for something else and we don't know.
Maybe.
And I'm not trying to put it in better light in the situation because it's not really a good situation at all. But yeah.
Okay. So he was actually bringing, let's say, around 8,800 home. Okay. And anything over 6,000 he put into this account. So that's $2,800 a month.
Yeah.
He can buy a nanny.
Yeah. That's a nice chunk of change.
He can pay for a nanny. That's what a nanny would make times 12, 33,000. Yeah. I mean, shoot, give her.
And I guarantee she has lunch and dinner and everything there that she needs. And if she probably has a car to drive and they probably pay her gas and everything. Like, yeah.
I mean, he has $45,000. That would be, at least in our area, that would be a year's salary for a nanny. Now, if they're on the coast, then
that'd probably be a different story.
But I don't know. They have a boat, so I don't know where they're at. I'm
on a boat. Do anything you can to save your marriage. Obviously, do that. You guys have planned for a long time, and it seems like your plan has been going very well and exactly according to your plan. So,
yeah. What got into him?
I don't know. Greed, obviously.
I feel like, yeah.
The boat wasn't enough.
Boat, I don't know. Y'all need Jesus or something.
Myself a charger.
Oh, yeah. Fine. Get a charger. Just tell me about it. That account could pay for a charger or a year's salary or whatever. Anyway, moving on. Am I the jerk for calling my girlfriend gross? I am a 23-year-old male and I have been with my girlfriend, Layla, 22 female, for 6 months. Everything has been really great so far. But 2 days ago, I stayed for a few days with Layla in her apartment, which she shares with 2 roommates, all women. Also, I have to note that Layla has long hair, almost down to her butt, but not quite. We both had 3 days off and her roommates went to go stay with family for a week. I think they're sisters. They gave us the okay for me to stay at their place for 3 days. Well, the second morning, Layla was called into work for just a couple of hours to help with something that her coworkers weren't trained for yet. She went and then came back and took a shower. When she got out, I noticed that her hair was still dry and she didn't wash it. I said, forget something. She looked confused.
Oh, buddy.
She looked confused, so I told her that she didn't wash her hair. Layla just laughed and explained to me that she washed her hair yesterday. Me? So? You're not going to wash it again today? Her? No, you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. Me? Says who? I wash my hair every day. Her? Yeah, but you have very short hair. It's known for a fact that washing your hair every day is not good for it. At this point, I was very skeptical as it sounds made up and just an excuse to be lazy. You would think if you have long hair, then that's more of a reason to wash it more often. So I asked her how often she washes her hair and she said twice a week. At which point I told her that she was gross. She got very upset and locked herself in her room. She didn't come out for a long time, so I just left and went home. She hasn't answered my calls or spoken to me since. I asked my friends and they seemed split. My sister and 2 of my friends told me that I was the jerk, but 2 of my other friends said that I'm in the right, and it sounds weird that she doesn't wash her hair every day. So am I the jerk?
Oh, buddy, first girlfriend, huh? It is factual. Girlfriends and women do not wash their hair every day. Why they do that? It keeps your hair naturally secretes a what is it?
Sebum.
Thank you. And so it keeps it like sleek and shiny. And technically, if you wash those out, your hair won't look as good, if that makes sense. Now, if she's somebody who has long hair like that, especially that really long hair, like it's very hard to keep up with too if you're washing it every day. So if you're washing it every day like that, I mean, you would have to comb it for hours. I mean, there's no getting past that. So yeah, women do not wash their hair every day.
No,
he kind of is an asshole.
Yeah, he is. It just shows his lack of like I feel like all boyfriends I've had have learned something from me just about being a female in general.
Yep.
And he really took an opportunity to learn something about a female and just smashed it into the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you learned that opportunity the hard way.
Just
what not to say.
Absolute dickwad. And yeah, buddy, I wash my hair twice a week, sometimes 3, but that's rare.
Yeah.
And I mean, I go to the gym, I work out. Now, again,
when you go to the gym though, you usually put your hair up, it's up in a bun. It's not like your scalp is necessarily sweaty. I mean, yeah, you'll get some sweat droplets like around here or whatnot, but yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, there's just ways to take care of it. Now, again, if I'm working outside or whatever and I get gross and dirty, then I'll wash it more often. But then you have to take other extra precautions. Like if I'm washing my hair more frequently because like I'm building a whole wedding venue, I put conditioner on my ends and then I wash my scalp and then I'll wash that out and then condition again. So it's just like you have to take more steps to protect your hair.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is something new I learned.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not all girls do that. And there's going to be girls like, oh, that's nasty. And that's fine. If they want to wash their hair every day, that's up to them. But I will tell you the majority of women who take care of their long hair twice a week, probably. Yeah. Yeah, buddy, you had every opportunity to learn something. And instead you got single.
I mean, even your sister was like, you're an asshole.
Why wouldn't you listen to your sister? Yeah. Like, I feel like I would bet dollars to donuts that the ones that said that he was a jerk are girls, and the 2 guys that said that.
Oh, what a nasty.
Yeah, exactly. They were also 22-year-old men.
Yeah. Yep.
Top comment, you were the jerk and probably think women can't pee with a tampon in it.
That's a great first comment.
That's really funny. Can they? Just kidding. Next comment. You're the jerk and just wrong. It isn't good for your hair to wash it every day, especially if she isn't doing physical activity or anything. A single quick Google search could have just educated you on this. That's so accurate. I want to see if he's replied to anything.
No, the comment about tampon should have been the top comment.
That is the top comment.
Oh, it is. Okay,
that is
perfect.
The top comment.
That was fantastic.
So he has not replied to any comments or anything.
Yeah, because he's like, I screwed up.
Yeah, you screwed up big time, my dude. Jeez. All right. This one is coming from a throwaway account. My musician boyfriend is terrible at music.
Uh-oh.
My boyfriend is convinced that he is a musical savant.
Aren't we all?
No, we all think that. Oh, I can carry a tune. I'm going to be number 1 someday.
I don't need a metronome.
No. Played a metronome.
Yeah, please.
Literally. My boyfriend is convinced that he's some musical savant when in reality he's mediocre at best. I feel terrible saying it, but when he sings, he sounds like a dying cat. And when
he's a singer.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. And when he plays guitar, he misses every chord and constantly restarts in the middle of songs. He's just bad.
That's great.
For a hobbyist, I'd say he's fine, but it's getting problematic because he's starting to want to pursue music professionally and nothing else. He's unemployed right now and refuses to get a job that isn't music. So I have no idea what to do. He also keeps wailing with his guitar off of the fire escape in the middle of the night and claims he's not disturbing our neighbors because they're getting a free show. I feel bad because when we started dating, I would tell him that he sounded good because I didn't think it would get like this and I just wanted him to be happy. But now I'm in too deep and I can't do anything about it.
You created a complex. Good job.
Yeah.
I could just picture him just like absolutely sloshed, like trying to play. Oh, hold on, and then he like strums. Oh wait, hold on.
You're my one wonder.
Hold on.
One wonder wall. Sorry, I don't want to get copyright struck.
Yeah, right.
Stupid.
I don't want to do that.
Wow. I'm sorry. I wonder how long he's been doing it.
Yeah. Get a job, dude. Like, sorry. Like, I know sorry, I guess this is her account, but like, he needs to get a job. Like, you can't just be like, I'm gonna make it. Are you? Because you can't work at Zoomies. Like, what? What? Are you sure you can make it? Because I seen you make a sandwich at Subway, and that didn't work out either. So, what are you making? Like,
dang.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have some sort of like balance in your life, and you just. I mean, there are people who can't do it.
Yeah.
Your fiance is one of them.
Absolutely.
He plays guitar amazingly. He teaches guitar. So like that is the norm. But like you're not doing that. You're just like, I'm gonna make it and then make noises in the bathroom while you shower. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like if he was genuinely trying to get better and like learn and stuff.
Yes.
But like I want to know. So she said when we first started dating, she was telling him that he's great, but now it's like it's getting out of hand. So I feel like let's say that they've been in a relationship for a year. I feel like in a year, if you genuinely want to pursue music, you would have made moves to become better at your instrument.
Of course.
Top comment. Tell him to get a TikTok account and upload some videos of him jamming. Someone's bound to like him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Or he'll get the cold hard truth.
I think he's going to get the cold hard truth. Yeah. I think he should upload. Absolutely. Encourage him to upload.
Yep. Be like, this will be good for you.
Yeah, this will be great. And then
I don't have to be the bad guy.
Exactly. Yeah, because people are vicious online. Next comment. If he hasn't, and I think it's pretty safe to bet that he hasn't, encourage him to play at a few open mics, or better yet, jam live with other musicians. Playing in a group is a reality check. Playing live is a bigger one.
Yeah.
If he blames the awful reception on others, well, just consider that.
Playing in front of people is a reality check. I still get very nervous every time. Every time we go on stage.
Why?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know. And like I did theater in high school.
Is it because you care?
I guess it was show choir, but yeah, I think so. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he'll even choke real bad, and then it'll be like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Like
that is true. That is true. I remember my first show that I did with the Tale Untold. It was our very first show. I wanted to throw up. I was feeling the vomit rise, and then the music starts, and it was like my first like growl, and I was like, okay, I'm fine now. But like, I remember that. And I remember your first.
Yeah, I was just about to say my first pajama party.
Your first pajama party. You were a wreck.
Oh my gosh. You guys kept saying like, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
And I just kept seeing people walk through that door. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
But
I'm going to throw up.
To me, it's like, Cole, you're going to be playing in front of like 500 people wearing pajamas. Like, this is great. And you were just like, how many?
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Leave me alone. Like,
yeah, you were very, very nervous. Were you less nervous this pajama party then?
Oh, for sure. But like the nerves are still very there. Like,
okay.
Very.
But I feel like when we go on tour, I feel like there are no nerves anymore.
Oh, no.
Because you're just in
I'm
it.
internally taking all of that in and not projecting any out.
Really?
100%. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Do we have everything? Are all the cords in the right place? Do we make sure to bring all of our, rack system? Okay, do I need to tune before I go? Okay, does Eliss have her mic? Okay, our in-ears are good? Like, that is me 100% the whole time. The whole time. And then, we have 3 hours till show. Okay, what if somebody gets hurt?
That's when
like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, we have 3 hours to kill before doors. What are we doing? Okay,
We're not skateboarding.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and think about our show. Great.
Yeah. Last story for you.
Okay.
This literally just popped up on my on my notifications. So here we go. Okay. Am I overreacting about my wife texting her manager? It's driving me crazy. From 4 days ago. Hi, all.
Leave it in.
I'm looking for some honest perspectives here. I'm a male in my mid-30s. My wife works in an office job where she mostly works independently. She reports mainly to her manager, male, late 20s, same age as my wife, and occasionally to higher level management. She's been reporting to her manager for about 6 months now. Recently, she's been talking about him more often. What confuses me is that she says he's cold and not particularly nice, but at the same time, she's made comments like he has a nice voice and that he'd sound good if he sang. She's also mentioned he's put on some weight and should probably lose it. So she finds it easier to approach him because she understands how he is. For context, he is single. A couple of days ago, he took an unplanned leave, and then again the next day. Today at dinner, I found out that my wife texted him to ask if he's okay and said that she hopes everything is going well and to take care. I questioned why she felt the need to do that, especially since she already knew that he was sick. She said that she was just being nice and that since he's her manager, it would be normal to check in, basically implying that if she didn't, who would? I work construction and mainly deal with other guys, so maybe I'm just not used to this kind of workplace dynamic, but to me it felt a bit unnecessary, especially since she's married and doesn't seem to like him all that much. So I'm trying to do a sanity check here on myself. Am I overreacting? Is it normal office environments to message your manager or colleagues to check in on them when they're sick for a couple of days? I appreciate your thoughts.
Yes, blue collar boy. I think that's kind of the office setting, 100%. Yeah. Now, I understand your blue collar mentality of walking in 1 minute late to your shift and, oh, look at that, night shift showed up, so I understand that. But I think that is normal kind of talking in office spaces.
Yeah.
Especially, they're younger too. I mean, her manager's only 20, whatever she is
late
too.
20s?
So, yeah. So I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Which makes me wonder, do you check in on your wife enough? Like when she's I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too far into that.
Well, I mean, it's a valid question.
I feel like it's normal. I feel like I've texted my coworkers, hey, how you doing?
Yep.
You doing all right?
Yep.
I've texted you, hey, you doing okay?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty normal. Top comment, what a perfect opportunity to talk to your wife. Be very careful. This is about your insecurities and not your wife's reasonable friendliness, empathy, and other actions towards human beings. That's a really good point. So if you want to talk to her, you need to approach it as, hey, this is an insecurity of mine. And then take it from there.
Or just like, hey, explain this to me better.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's another way of approaching it. Like, hey, just help me explain, help me understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's been times like when Jordan and I first started dating where I just straight up, and I just think, especially when you first started dating, now granted you guys are married now, but like when you first start dating, and I'll still do this with him sometimes, and I'll just straight up say like, hey, I'm feeling insecure about this. Mm-hmm. Can you help me with this?
No, of course. And
I just feel like coming from a vulnerable place like that, in a very honest place, I feel like that way your partner doesn't get like defensive or doesn't like feel like a fight's coming.
Yep.
And I feel like that's kind of what he has to do. He has to be a little vulnerable in this one.
Yeah, no, that's very healthy. That's a very healthy way of having a conversation.
Yeah.
Instead of just pointing fingers and lashing out.
Yeah. Because that just sounds exhausting. You're just setting
No, for
yourself
sure.
up for a bad day. Next comment. I think you might be overreacting a little here. It is her boss that she needs to be on good terms with, or work could be even worse for her.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been on very good terms with my managers and would include buying gifts. It doesn't mean anything romantic or sexual. I think
100%.
you're just overreacting, my guy. It's okay.
Edit, she cheated. No, I'm kidding.
That's it. She cheated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I got for you today. Cole, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
What was who was the biggest jerk of the night?
The biggest jerk? Probably the dude who kept the money. I'm gonna have to say that. That's kind of like, again, you lose all trust in your partner. I mean, and again, like, I have, like, if it were to be any other excuse that would have been valid, like, that wouldn't be the case. But it was sort of just like, I just wanted this money.
Yeah.
Money, you know, like,
Yeah.
like no, you can't do that.
You can't.
Terrible.
Do that. I'd agree with you on that one. That's the one that sticks out to me. Sometimes I don't even remember the stories that we talked about.
I know, we just get lost.
We just get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, Semi-Solicited. We have new episodes every Tuesday. Thank you, Cole, for coming. And if you have any opinions, just leave them down in the comments. Make sure to be nice because I will cry easily. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye.